Now I'm gonna give you a really cool tutorial about how you can make a Sims screenshot and make it more into an architectural drawing using Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. At the end of the video, I'm gonna show you how to make this screenshot into an architectural drawing. I am aware that other colleges require a portfolio. Now, do I think this is stupid? I don't really know. I don't think your 17, 18-year-old self can really encompass what architecture is, because I have a Bachelors of Science in Architecture, and architecture is just so vast. There's so many fluid definitions of it. I think it's really hard to encompass what architecture means to you, why you want to study it as an undergrad student. That's a really hard task. So give yourself a break, breathe, think about it. I'm gonna help you. Now, if I had to do a portfolio for incoming undergraduate students studying architecture, this is how I would approach it. Now, I'm gonna give you a really cool tutorial about how you can make a Sims screenshot and make it more into an architectural drawing using Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. Now, Adobe Creative Cloud, they offer free trials, so if you don't want to spend money on it, that's okay. Girl, I got you. And then also, regarding The Sims, I feel like any architecture student has religiously played The Sims, and also Minecraft. I remember me and my brother ended up recreating the whole SpongeBob world in Minecraft, just always building stuff. That was always my jam, right? And maybe you can relate with that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. Basically, I saw this video of this girl Jess, but I just wanted to link her video, and it's a great portfolio for admission. And I want to take her architecture core portfolio concepts and I kind of want to spruce them up a little bit. That's going to take your portfolio from like a base level admission to like a guaranteed acceptance with scholarship. So if you can please like and subscribe this video. It did take me a while to make, compile, a lot of thought went behind this, and I am trying to grow my YouTube channel. I'm a new YouTuber. So yeah, let's get on with it. For undergraduate, I found in Jess's portfolio, she had a lot of artwork, which is fantastic. If you are into art or photography, I think this is great content to include in your undergrad admissions portfolio for architecture. Another thing I would recommend including is any graphic design work, logo work. It shows that you are savvy with the computer. Another thing I did personally when I was applying to transfer into my major, I did two things. One, I took an AutoCAD course online. It was $60. It took me maybe 3 weeks to complete. I understood AutoCAD. It gave me the program for free. I'll link the service I used down below.
This isn't sponsored. I'm too small for sponsorship, but this is just what I did.
Another thing I did is I tried to draw famous buildings. So I drew Big Ben, which I have always featured on my channel because I'm still really proud of drawing Big Ben, but I would recommend maybe if you can draw like your house, a famous building that you like. It kind of sets yourself up that, hey, like this person really enjoys architecture, he or she drew it. It just like kind of tells them that you have the technical skills. Now, another thing that Jess did in her portfolio is she used a Sims screenshot. She modeled a building in The Sims and she included screenshots. I think admissions counselors actually really enjoys this, but I'm gonna teach you how to make this screenshot into an architectural drawing. So that's going to be at the end of the video, so just stay tuned. Another thing that you can include, which is very, very good to include, would be architectural models or models of anything. It can be some kind of sculpture that you made. It could be like an art sculpture that you made in your art class in high school. These are great. We model all the time in school. So overall, what you're really going to want to include in your undergrad portfolio for admission into any architecture school is you're going to want to include personal artwork, maybe some photography if you're really into photography, sketches of buildings. You could draw a floor plan of your house. I mean, you've lived there. You can make 3D models. If you make 3D models, make sure you take really good photos of it.
You can always Photoshop out any blemishes and stuff in Photoshop. If you want a video on how to do that, I will gladly make one.
Ceramics and pottery is also really good if you want to include ceramics. Once again, it has that 3D form. If you do something digital in Minecraft or The Sims, you can kind of spice that up with its own architectural style. I will link how to make a successful portfolio 1-on-1 20 edition in the link below.
If you have any free time, I would watch that because I go over formatting issues, the difference between serif and sans serif fonts, just any like layout issues that makes a huge difference in how you style your own portfolio.
Another tip would be just to have a friend double check everything. Oh my god, I feel like there's so much I can do to help you guys. Oh, another thing I did in my family regarding art, like what art you should do, you can kind of create like a voting system. So my whole family participated and they voted for what art piece they thought was really strong, and the ones with the most likes definitely got in to my architecture portfolio. That's just another thing you can do. And I think you have yourself a really good application. Probably guaranteed admission, so don't mark my words on that. All right, well. Okay, so first you're going to take all your Sims 3 screenshots, find that money shot, then go on Pinterest, find a good kind of style that you want to replicate at all. This is completely up to you, but this is what I just chose to do. Next, I took the polygon lasso tool in Photoshop and I just completely erased the background. The background's still a little bit too Game Boy-y for me, and we can do a much better job ourselves in Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how. So don't stress if you're new to Photoshop. There's a bunch of tutorials out there that you can follow along. So this next tool I'm going to introduce you to is actually a really cool one. It's just called Fill In Content Aware, and I did this for the light post, so don't stress if your screenshot has light post or Sims characters in it. So basically you just right click, you press fill and just press content aware, and Photoshop works its magic. Next, I erase the background with a light hardness to it and recenter it on the page. I then go in deeper and get rid of other aspects that I don't like this person standing here. Now I use the stamping tool to kind of fix some errors that don't really look right. Next step, you're going to want to play with the colors. Now, if I were to design a house today, I would try and make it either black and white or have these wooden accents. I wouldn't combine it. And you want to make sure that all of your window features are the same. So you all have brown features or you all have black features. You want to adjust it. You want to make it a little bit less saturated. And you want to make sure that all of your wood accents kind of have the same stain coloring to it. So I go through, I adjust everything there. Now you're going to pause Photoshop for a little bit, bring everything into Illustrator. Here comes the fun part. You are going to want to trace all of your major lines, like the roof line, the floor line, the fence line, the chimney line. You're going to want to trace all the harsh lines like that using the pen tool. This is going to bring light to the architectural angles that you created yourself when you designed this home in The Sims. Any line that is behind an object, you are going to change the stroke of that line and you are going to make it a dashed line. All the line work that you can see in the forefront, those are going to be bolder lines, like a 1 point. I would encourage you to make all these harsh lines on the roof extend outward more, as if you're continuing that line, and then that extension of the line is also going to be dashed, because theoretically it doesn't exist, right? So I would do this for all of the harsh lines that is present in your file, and you are going to change the stroke color from black to white. Next, you are going to want to save all of this line work as a PNG without the bottom reference image screenshot layer below it, and this will allow you to easily import this PNG file with your line work back on top in your Photoshop file. So next you are importing that line work PNG file on top of your Photoshop file. Then you are going to line all of your line work properly, get rid of the background so it has that checkerboard transparency. You are going to find an image off of Google, a high quality image, desaturate that background image, line it up so the perspective looks right. Next, you are going to want to work on the foreground a little bit. Now we are using the stamp tool, the same tool we used on the door, on the front door, to copy the shrubbery and blur the lines between the foreground and the background. The plants were placed in The Sims 3, or you could import a bunch of PNGs of plants that you find off of Google Images. Now we are in the home stretch. I extended the road so it's more in the foreground. I then started Googling black and white entourage PNG photos. If it's not a PNG, you can easily take it into Photoshop and edit out the background. I added some transparent black entourage. And here's the final product. Congratulations, you just did your first architectural styled render of a house. All right, well, I apologize for the super long video, but I think it was necessary, and I wish you best of luck. If you guys want me to review any portfolios, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. I am so down for helping you guys out. I wish videos like this existed when I was an undergrad, and that's my whole idea behind this YouTube channel, is that I'm helping other architecture students thrive in school. So, all right, well, that's it. Love you guys.